Welcome to part 2. So far, I used AI for 100% of the lyrics. I used Insta Composer for 100% of the chords for the verse. I used Scalar 2 for chord suggestions for the chorus. So let's call that 50% each. I used Melody Sauce 2 to generate some ideas for the vocal melody. And since I never would have written the verse with that staccato rhythm, I'd say it was 75% AI and 25% me. The chorus was trickier as I want the song to be good, so the collaboration was 25% AI and 75% for me. And finally, I had the lovely Solaria AI voice perform 100% of the vocals. So this is where we are.
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making, but now I'm free to move on and my heart is breaking. I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind all the doubts and the sorrow.
Okay, good. So today the goal is to figure out some bass and drums, because that'll basically dictate where this song is going musically, what style. I've already input the chords that we have for the verse and selected bass. I've assigned it. Let's put this on loop. And all I need to do is hit go. Oh boy. Let's have a listen.
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making.
Okay, I think that's a hard no. Let's try another one.
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making, but
Because this AI is not listening to what we've already done, it's just random. That's all it is. Now, it's not really designed for it, but I can use Melody Sauce.
I used to be trapped in a cage of.
Okay, it's not that interesting. Let's see what Keeper is.
I used to be trapped in.
Yeah, not really feeling it. Let's generate some new ones. If you don't know this, basically there's light and dark, simple and complex, all is a mix of either of these, and same this way. So if I hit all here, it's basically anything goes. So let's see what this gives us.
I used to be trapped in.
Okay, so these are all a little too busy. So let's go one more time. We'll do one with simple.
I used to be trapped in.
It's not that simple. How about I go slow and simple and light?
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making, but now.
Okay, I think we're seeing the problem with this AI stuff. Again, because it's not sympathetic to what we've already recorded, it has no idea what it's doing. It's just completely random. Let's say that's a fail. So I put the chords into Captain Chords. Again, it's sort of AI. It's not really AI because they're based on patterns that work. So it's a great composition tool, but it's not actually trying to completely make new things. It's using preset patterns and it's cutting them up and dicing them depending on how you set your parameters. And you need this one active in order for the others to fall into place. So I will add Captain Epic Deep, which is their bass. It gets the chord information from Captain Chords. Right, so immediately it's put in, follow the chords, it's put in a long G, a long C, a long B, and a long C. In fact, I'm going to make this a lot bigger because we don't need to see the other stuff. Okay, so here we go. follow the chords is what we expect.
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own.
I think you'll agree that none of us need this program to figure out that. But the fun begins when you select the rhythms. And you could go just a simple eighth notes.
I used to be trapped in.
I don't actually hate that. The reason being is that the rhythm of the vocal's kind of tricky. So when you start putting in let's put a bass line like this in.
I used to be trapped in a cage.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. There's lots to choose from, and you can do it by genre. So if I want to do Future Rave 1, okay, now we're getting...
I used to be...
Right.
I used to be trapped in...
So I think what I'm hearing with this vocal is, and of course the electric piano is not necessarily going to stay. It's just there to, give us the chords. But what I'm hearing is very simple or a lot going on so that all the gaps are filled. What the problem I think with a vocal like this is when you have something that's a bass line that's got gaps in it that don't line up to the vocal. Oh, sexy. Let's go. That's okay. Let's see what that is.
I used to be trapped in a cage.
Again, the page is full, so it's going to work. Let's find something. There we go. So let's see what this is like.
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making.
This tool is helpful because it can give you ideas.
I used to be trapped in a cage.
That's not too bad. Choosing a bass line is going to pretty much determine how the drums are going to go. Ultimately, you have to choose a style of music. Let's just try a couple of other things out here just to see where the song's supposed to go, because that'll make it easier. Since I'm only using, at the moment, preset ideas that are specific to different styles of music, makes sense that the next thing that I have to do is decide what type of song is this going to be. Because right now, it could be just about anything. It could be, acoustic and voice, or it could be, you could make it into a dance song if you pumped up the tempo a little bit. Well, let's try a few things out.
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making, but now I'm free to move on and my heart is breaking. I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind all the doubts and the sorrow. I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making, but now I'm free to move on and my heart is breaking. I'm free to move on to a brighter tomorrow. I'm leaving behind all the doubts and the sorrow.
I thought it would be fun to try a synthwave, sort of retro wave version as well. So I made a 16th note synthy bass.
I used to be trapped in.
Okay, so we have the chords and the singing, and what we want is the chords to work with the singing beyond just straight time like this. So let's just have a quick listen.
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making, but now I
So I'm going to click on here, and now we have a list, so we can do it by genre. And choose something like electronic. There we go.
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making.
Okay, that's not happening. Let's flick through. Yeah, these are all too complicated. I want something quite simple. Oh, I hearted that one. What's that like?
I used to be trapped.
Interesting. Let's put the bass on.
I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making. But
Yeah, cool.
I used to be trapped. I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making. But now I'm free to move on, and my heart is breaking. I used to be trapped in a cage of my own making. But now I'm free to move on, and my heart is breaking. I'm free to move.
That one has potential. I think what I'm going to do actually is I am going to expand on this, but I actually think that if I'm doing synthwave, I might, instead of 16th notes, go to 8th notes, which means I'll need to bump up the speed. And I actually also think I want the key to change. I actually want to maybe go up a tone, just give it a little more energy. So I'm going to leave it here for now because we've done enough today. So in the next episode, build the synthwave track proper and probably add a bridge as well and do the full song. Okay, hope to see you then. Cheers.